And welcome back to another episode of Modsauce 2 with DragonFu. So, guys, last episode we went and kicked some butt in the Outer Lands, killed some guys, killed some bosses, killed 4 of them, got tons of loot. I have not messed with the yellow hearts yet. As you can see, I've got the red heart canisters on. But I have not messed with the yellow ones just yet, so yeah, but I promised you guys I would take a break from the magic, get away from Thaumcraft for a little bit, so I figured we need to look at some power options, namely because we're going to be starting some RF tool stuff here shortly. Yeah, and as anybody who's done RF tools before knows, it takes a lot of power to run those. So, what we are going to do is we're going to work with a couple of mods today. We are going to be working with Quantum Flux and Nuclearcraft. Nuclearcraft is a new addition to the mod pack from the, I believe, the last update they added it. So, in Nuclearcraft there is a lot of different stuff that goes along with that mod. So, but we're going to set up Quantum Flux. I've got some stuff cooking behind me, and I figured I'd start this episode. So I'm going to meet you down in the power room. Actually, you know what? I fixed something for us. We now have travel points. So we've got the Britannia, we've got Thaumcraft, we have our ore processing room, we have the bed, my little hidey hole, we have our ME terminals, or our main ME hub. We have our mob spawner room. Oh, and by the way, I made a huge mistake the other day and I did not realize I did it. I probably accidentally did it or something. My wisp farm got left on the other day. And yeah, I don't think I have to worry about experience anytime soon. There is a lot in here. There's 24,576,000 millibuckets of experience, or liquid XP in this container. So that's a lot. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Mob essences, yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. We don't really use it anyways. Alright, and then we got our power room. And I was gonna do some expanding on this thing. I could probably do it real quick. Yes, I got the 10 made. I'm still short a couple of these, but you know, it is what it is. Making a really big power bank here. I could probably make a ginormous one. I still need 2 more to finish this multi-block out. But this is the size that I wanted to get to. I need to add, like I said, add the 2 more in, and then this will be complete, and we won't have to worry. I'm not going to touch it anymore. But with what I have running now, this is not with the core running. We are doing 26,000 RF a tick still. Okay. Now, this is with the 8 diesel generators cooking right now. That's what's going. And to be honest with you guys, I as you can see, 26,000 RF a tick still. So I haven't even capped out what I'm using for power on these. But RF tools coming into play, we're going to be needing a little more power. And I've done nothing more than what I've showed you guys last time. I've got the 8 fermenters, the 8 squeezers, and then I've just got these guys going. And so yeah, I mean, I'm not running into problems. I think I've only got 4 of these running. I think I've got these other ones turned off. Memory serves me. Yeah, I think I've got these 2 turned off. So this is just these 4 are running all of these machines out here. So We are no way, shape, or form running out of fuel for this system anytime soon. So, anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to run with quantum flux. This is where we're going to go down here, and this is where our Nuclearcraft area is going to be. As you can see, I'm setting up for a giant reactor. Now, this is not the biggest reactor. The biggest reactor you can make is a 17 by 17 by 17. And that is, I believe, the inside diameter. And this is a 9 by 9. But a 17 by 17 by 17 is the biggest one that you can make. So, but we'll go over this here in a minute. What we are going to do is we are going to jump down here, go down this hole, this very long, deep hole, bowels of the earth. Alright, so we are going to be working with quantum flux. And there are essentially three parts to this. Now they do have it's called a Qubit, and that's their energy storage device. It's the battery of quantum flux. But this is essentially set it, forget it, walk away, don't have to worry about it anymore type power system. It's overpowered. Okay, so we need our RF entangler, and our RF entangler is going to be, yeah, I want to change that up. Is going to be what actually creates the power. And then I did not make this big enough. Let me blast a hole in here real quick because we got two more to set up. Where is my hammer? I bet I probably threw it in my system by accident. Alright, I'll do this real quick. Alright, so there is dangers to using this system, and I haven't taken any proper precautions yet because I'm just going to do it and get take out of dodge. Alright, set our last one down. Alright, so now these make the energy, okay? So there is no GUI, no nothing else. They're just sitting here working. Did I make these backwards? Okay, see, now it's working. Okay. So, actually, no, these are the ones that make, sorry, I said that wrong. Okay, so this is going to be our setup. This is what transmits the power. These 0-point extractors are what make the energy. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I forget what the RF is at Y level 1, but normally you don't get down to Y level 1. It's actually kind of hard to do, but we actually have a flat bottom in this world. So we actually have access to it. And I'm guessing they changed the configs on these because normally these will give you wither effect when you set them down. When they actually start working, they'll give you a wither effect. So we've got, what did I say, 5? We've got 25 0-point extractors going and 5 of the RF entanglers. The RF entanglers is what sends the RF into the world. Let's run up top. Now, how do you pull the RF out of the world, the air? This is all wireless, by the way. You set those down at bedrock. The closer they are to the bedrock, the more power they get in. Okay, so we're not quite full yet. I'm going to set this guy right there. Okay, so we're almost at 27 now. Okay, so this is what you attach to the RF exciter to any machine to get power. And this might fill up before we get done. Oh, I got 40,000 left. Okay. Now, for every one of these upgrades, you get 100 more RF per tick. Alright? So we're just going to right-click all of these in here, and then we'll take a look at see what our input is doing. Alright, so now we are up to 31,000, almost 32,000. Nope, there's 32. So we're hitting about 32,000 RF per tick. So, yeah, that's not going to take very long at all for that to fill up. We've got more than enough power running, but I want more. I want more options. And big reactors, meh. Everybody does big reactors. I mean, it doesn't take much to set up a huge reactor and then set up 16 turbines to that reactor and have power to last you all day. Not my style. So we're going with that. That was just something I wanted to show you. It's easy, quick, easy, kind of overpowered quantum flux. It's nice. These RF exciters, you can put them on any machine that requires power. So I could take those RF exciters and hit them onto one side of these fermenters or these squeezers, and it will power them. I could disconnect the power lines from these water wheels, and yeah, I wouldn't even have to worry about it anymore because it would run them. I could do the same thing with the time blocks outside, with the quarry, with anything, and it would just run the whole entire system, no problems, no questions asked. And that's sitting at 81, yeah. So we're using up all of those. That's pretty nice. I still like these water wheels. I think these water wheels look cool. Oh, announcement real quick. I don't know if this is premature or not, but I'm going to throw it out there anyways. FTOG is looking for YouTubers to come join our server. It won't be for this one. We're getting close to the end of this season, actually. The other guys are running out of stuff to do. But we're starting up our own hardcore HQM mod pack. Something that we're kind of putting together with ourselves, between ourselves and whatnot. But there will be now I can't think of the word, a resume or a entry level or entry form or whatnot that you need to do to get your audition to get into the server. It's real simple. You guys just need to go to ftog.com. I believe the link is down in the description. Keep your eye out for it. I don't know if it's out yet, but it will be coming out. So yeah, that is a thing. We're going to be looking for some new people to join the server. Getting a little more population going on. People kind of got spread out this season. Thor's gone off and done some things with some other people. If you guys been keep track of him, he's kind of starting to really blow up now. And Renovate's been also been able to get out there and get on some other servers with some other people as well. So we're looking to fill this server, or to get some more people on this server. I don't know how many, so I can't tell you that, but it is definitely something we're looking at doing, guys. So definitely go over there and look. Alright, so Nuclearcraft. Nuclearcraft, there's several different parts to it. And the one thing that drives me crazy about Nuclearcraft is this thing right here. You have to make this heavy-duty workbench, or workspace, to make a lot of the parts for Nuclearcraft. Simply because they're big patterns. This is not your normal 3x3 crafting bench anymore. It is a 4x4, and if you look at some of the recipes for Nuclearcraft, like let's say here, nuclear or reactor casing, okay, that can be done in a 3x3. Alright, not a problem. Well, what about fuel rod compartment? That is done in a 4x4 crafting grid. So yeah. So yeah, anyways, let's see, what was I making? I was making coolants. Trying to make coolants. These guys right here. And I was looking for basic platings. Alright. So grab a bunch of these guys up. And I'll show you guys what this is all about here in a minute. I haven't even made the fuel for this yet, so let's see, let's go 4 there. There, and then let's get these filled up real quick. Now I wish there was a way to, the NEI integration for this is not great. I'll throw all the rest of the stuff in here. To be honest with you, simply because what did I do? Oh, it's thorium. No. Which one did I grab out of there the other day? I can't remember which one I grabbed. There's a bunch of different fuel types for this system, for this mod. The common ones are uranium, borium, I think lithium, I believe lithium, and thorium. Thorium, I think, is kind of your entry-level one. I used uranium. Oh, I know where all that uranium's at. Okay. It's in here. Alright, so if you had a core going like I did, I got a bunch of this fuel. I'm sorry about the mess in here. I've been kind of just jerry-rigging stuff. We're going to take an episode and we're going to clean a lot of this up, fix a lot of this system, because a lot of this system is kind of broken. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of these uranium ingots. Alright, so what we're going to do is, this is an isotope separator. We throw this in here, and it's going to make two things. Uranium-238 and uranium-235. Now what we need to do is we actually need to run one of the fuels, because we are looking to make this. This is the end game 100 RF a tick block. It is called the radiostopic thermomolecular generator. Alright, so it takes the reinforced plating, which is not really that hard to make, but it takes an RTG capsule. The RTG capsule is plutonium-238. Wait, 238? Okay, no, this is uranium-238. Okay. Anyway, back where we're at. Now, plutonium-238 comes in the small clumps, and they come from a depleted HEP-241 fuel cell. How do you get the fuel cell? You need plutonium-241 and 242. I was thinking there was some other way to get it. I looked at this, and I don't know if I need to go to the nether and set up a quarry in the nether for the plutonium. I think I might have to. I might have to go make... Yep. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, anyways, well, we got plenty of uranium. We can make this system run off of the uranium. And I'm going to simply grab all this stuff. We're going to throw it in here and let this run. Alright. So, we have two different, we have fission and fusion with Nuclearcraft. And why I'm trying to run off the cliff, I don't know. I need to go here. Okay, the one that we are going to do first is a multi-block structure, and it is fission reactor. Okay, so what we're going to do is right here. Okay, so the nice thing about this mod is they do have a link to go in with the mod. So if you click on here, it'll send you to this web page, and then you can find their wiki from there. Personally, I think the wiki's kind of lacking. The YouTube is a little bit better, but I think he needs to do a little bit better job on the mod spotlight for this, because it's not very well done. It's not up to date. There's nothing done within the last 2 months, and it was really bad when he did it. But sorry, I hate to talk bad about somebody else's stuff, but it's not, because the one I watched, the mod spotlight I watched on this, was not an updated one. I wonder if this stuff works with the builder's one. And I went to go try to do it again, and they added stuff and changed some stuff, so I kind of got confused. I'm still not watching it. I gotta finish watching, or look at some more stuff before we finish this, so I kind of got the gist of everything. Now, the way this works is these corners and these corners here do not need to be attached. So anything that has got an inside wall are the only ones that we need to worry about. And these blocks do not spawn mobs, so we don't have to worry about any kind of mob spawning in here. Okay. And then put these up here real quick. And then we'll wand everything in. I think I made extra casings, so we should be good in that aspect. Okay. So let's go ahead, wand this up. Now this itself is going to is a pretty decent reactor, as you guys can see. 9x9. And I'm expecting to get a decent amount of power out of this. I don't know quite how much. But I can guarantee you I'm probably not going to run out anytime soon. Finish this up quick. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Darn it. Foul. Putting stuff in the wrong spot again. Oh, I would like to also, you know, thanks for the guys that just subscribed. I got a bunch of subscribers overnight. Since last time I checked, I've been kind of under the weather the last few days. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I am out of casings? No, I am out of casings. I gotta make more casings. Alright, we'll make that. Let's set this down, we'll take a break, and I'll get more casings made, and I'll get the fuel made up for these. And I'll show you guys how to do that too. But alright, so we're going to find the middle. This is real simple, just find the middle. So I think we're right here. Alright, so these are the fuel cell compartments. And this, I believe, is where the fuel in the reactor is going to be stored. And it's just one. No matter how big you make this, it's just one. Okay? So let me... Cause see, if we go and click on this right now with this open, everything's redded out. It's not... Casing is incomplete. So we need to fix that. Alright? So I will be right back. Alright, we are back. So... put some more casing in. I made a foobar earlier. You need to put the fusion controller under the center block on this side. Okay. So now if I go and put this on, alright. So now the reactor casing's finished. We're going to open it up. Incomplete. Now, the only reason why it is saying incomplete is because this is not a one by one reactor casing. You have to take the reactor upgrade, and for every one you put in, it goes out more. So this is saying a 9x9 reactor, and that's 4 reactor upgrades. Alright, so now we need to work on fuel. Fuel is a little bit different, to say the least. There's a multiple step process for this. And actually this multiple step process is going to help us do our next reactor, which I don't know if we're going to get to today, but we're going to try. Alright, so alright, electrolyzers first. What we're going to do with the electrolyzer is we're going to set this down. Okay, so here's the GUI. Did I bring cells with me? I did not. Alright. Now you can do this with either water cells or empty cells. And we're going to start with the water cells. And this should, got plenty of power, evidently take a long time to do. I got some upgrades here. I need to make more of these. Why are you not working? You're still not working. Alright, let's try empty cells. Okay, there it goes. Alright, so this is going now. We're going to let this run. Alright, so we're gonna get several things out of here. And the first thing we're gonna need to get is, or the main thing we need to get is the oxygen. Okay? So we're gonna set up a system, a looping system, to take care of everything at one time. And I don't have a chest. I don't want a compact chest. I guess I'll just make a regular chest real quick. Probably ought to make a few of these. Alright, so we got our chest. We're going to put our chest here, and that's simply going to pull everything from here and put it in there. That is taking an awfully long time to do this. I think if I put another speed upgrade in there, it's going to max out the energy. Stop it. Okay, that's going a little bit faster. Oh, that took all of them. Okay. Alright. That did all of them. Now, why won't you do the water one? Or do you just take a lot longer? Because, see, it says recipes. Oh, I wonder if it has to be a stack. Okay. We'll deal with that in a minute. Alright, so now we got all these different cells. Now, I can't remember what hydrogen's used for, but I know deuterium and tritanium are going to be used for our fission reactor. Alright, so why am I doing that? We're going to take our oxidizer. We're going to put our oxidizer right here. And, oh, there it is. Okay. We're going to take this and put it there. Alright. What we're going to do now is we're going to put a filter in for oxygen to come out of here. Our basic filter in, whitelist, oxygen cells only. Now this should Okay, so there's our oxygen cells. Now we're going to take our uranium, and we're also going to put a filter in here because we just want this uranium to come out for now. Got it all in there, but alright, so our uranium 238 is going to come out. Alright, so this is going to oxidize, and then we're going to have an output. So here's going to be our chest. Okay. I should make a crafter real quick, because that's going to be the next step. Okay, so we're going to extract everything into there. Okay, so now we have empty cells again. Now those empty cells are going to go back into the system, or we'll send them back into the system so that they go back into here, and they'll pile up in there. We should get a lot of these empty cells. So now we got this uranium oxide. Well, what are we using for? We're going for the HEU fuel, I believe. That's what we're going for, which is our uranium 235 and our uranium 238 oxidized. So we got 238 oxidized. We got our 235 here. Alright, so do I know how to make a crafter? No, I don't. I forgot the rest of this part. Ha ha ha. Alright, I tell you what, guys. So the only thing left from here is to do the crafting here of the pellets, and then making the fuel, and then, or the fuel rods, and then injecting them into the reactor casing. So we don't run out of time. I am going to finish doing this setup. I might even add a applied logistics system to this also. So let me get that stuff built real quick, and I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Well, I decided to change up this system a little bit. I'm going to go with Steve's Factory Manager because it's going to make it, you know, more compact, and I'm going to be able to do a couple more things with it than I would be otherwise. Working on the ME integration into the system yet, because you have to use a stack of these at a time. If you don't have a stack, they will not process. So I'm working on a way to autocraft these empty cells in the system, and that way they're always full. So but unfortunately we don't have enough time to go over this system and go over this this reactor, this fission reactor or the fusion reactor. So we'll go over the fusion reactor, and we'll go over this system next episode. So yeah, alright, so let's jump into it. I'm using the HPE fuel, this stuff right here. Sorry, the HEU 235 fuel is what I'm using. Now, to turn this system on and off, you have to use a lever. Okay? Once you give it a redstone signal, it will turn off, and it is currently off. Okay? So, the only place on this whole multi-block structure that a power conduit connects to is the controller. Alright? So then I've got the controller running in, and then I've got a vibrant energy capacitor, because we want to see how much energy we are making. And I've done one test with this already, and this is safe to do. You'll keep your fuel. So if we look back in here, there is still plenty of fuel in here. I've already put 4 of these in here because it was heating up pretty quick, and those are the coolant ones. Just from the small test I was doing, it was heating up fairly quick. It's graphite blocks, okay. So let's close this back up. Actually, I think I want to disconnect this for now. We don't want that main power going through. Alright, so we're going to turn it on. And right now it's making 3,400 RF a tick. Alright. And as you can see, it's heating up quite fast still. If this gets to the top, we're going to turn this off. If this heat gets all the way up to the top, this will explode. And unfortunately, this thing is big enough, it'll probably take up my mountain. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in some more coolant blocks. And this is the biggest part of Nuclearcraft, is figuring out your balance between your coolant, your graphite, and the fuel you're using. So now we can see we're still going up pretty quickly in heat, so we need more coolant blocks. So why don't we just add a whole nother row of these. Close that up. Just turn her on. Turn her on and see. Alright, see, now we're still building, but not nearly as fast. So let's put... This is kind of trial and error. I've never built these before. Just kind of seeing where we're at. Let's put in 2 more. Alright, so the object is for this number to go down or stay static. And see, we're still going up. Now with those coolant blocks inside, if we turn this off and let it sit, the heat will go down by itself. As you can see, it's going down pretty fast. We might end up using all of these. Just trying to get our heat under control so we can actually keep it on. Alright, there we go. Now our heat's going on. Now the heat will go down faster when it is on if you have the proper number of coolant blocks in. The reactor cooler blocks. And as you can see, well, we're at 0 right now, but we were going down like 328. Alright, so we've actually got more in there than what we need. We're still only making 3,400 RF per tick. I say, let's bump it up. And here's where the balancing act comes in some more. Okay, so we've got 1 block for the reactor cooler. Okay, now we have another block, the graphite block. And if everything is staying the same, 1 graphite block will add in about 10 RF a tick. I'd have to double check, but last I seen it was 10 RF a tick. But it adds more heat. So we're going to put 4 blocks in, and then we're going to see where we're at. See, now we're still doing good there. And now we're doing 432. So that's not 10 RF a tick. Heat is still good. Okay. So what did we put in? 32, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 RF per graphite block. And it doesn't seem like we're putting in that much more heat yet. Okay, so now our heat's going back up. We're doing 329 heat per tick. Okay. And if I remember right, the reactor coolant is 8 per tick. So I think it's pretty safe to say it's a 1-to-1 scale. So if we go ahead and just put in these last ones, put that one up there. And then put in maybe a couple more here. We'll be close to even. Nope. See, we're still putting in more heat than we are cooling off. So let's take a couple of them out. Now I'm guessing that these are not going to be 8 heat per tick. Let's leave that, see what that does. So it's a giant balancing act on what you can do to... See, now we're out to 125. But we are producing, 3,480. So, depending on how we balance... Now this fuel that I'm using, the HEU, is actually a high heat fuel. So you're going to probably need more... coolant blocks than you are graphite blocks in here to keep the heat down. See if we can find that middle here. Alright, can we go one more? Let's see what that does. That might kick us up. No, turn on. Alright, so we're still good there. Put in one more. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to build heat. 72 heat per tick, so we need to add more coolant now. So this is basically going to be a balancing act for me on figuring out how much... Break, thank you. So we've got, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's 64 there. And we've only got 8 in here, so... And I believe we added, what? 1 row? 2 rows? Maybe 3 rows? I can't remember where we were at when we were starting. But now we can run this. And no heat, so we can let it run. And it's going for 3,446 RF a tick in. So that's not bad. This does seem like now we're going 23,944 in. We'll stick that to extract only. That'll drain that out. It's fine. So yeah, this big multi-block structure. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of big. Is it really worth it? I don't know. I'll tell you once I fill the generator up, or fill the reactor up, and get it equalized so that it's running with no heat and producing as much as it can as being safe as possible. 100% safe, alright? So, that's going to drain out eventually. And then, yeah, I do believe this other one, this other reactor that Nuclearcraft has... That's the wrong bag. Come on, Dragon. Wrong bag. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what it looks like. It's actually kind of cool. I like it. I think he did a real good job with the textures on this one. I believe it's like a 3x3 block. But there we go. No, 2x3 block. 2x3 or 3x3x2. So this is the fusion reactor, and this is kind of a little prompt to what we're going to get to next time. So we're going to be working on this system next time, and then yeah, because we need to use let's see, deuterium will go in there, and it's going to start not doing anything. Deuterium and this one. Still not doing anything. Huh. I gotta look at these more to figure out why. Deuterium level 2, Deuterium level 2. Efficiency 0%. Huh. Alright, so anyways, I gotta look at that some more. I'm not sure why that's not turning on. But yeah. Anyways, I gotta look into that some more because that's the part I haven't got to yet. Is looking through this fusion reactor, but so anyways, guys. New power source. 2 new power sources, and we don't need power. We really don't need power, but we're gonna play with some power. So guys, if you like the episode, show me some love, show me support, hit that big thumbs up button. New to the channel, new to the series, like what you see so far, hit that big red button so you can hit some more. Wow, you gotta give me a like just for messing that up completely. Anyways, guys, yeah, anyways, any comments or questions, please leave them in the down below. Until then, guys, I'll see you next time.